favorite cameraman.
Hey, man, back like we never left here in Big Things Land, tip of the cap, Big View Shirt Tug. We back at it again with the playoff edition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got one game on you, Coach. I told you not to do that. I told you not to do it.
I should have listened to you, man. I should have listened to you. As soon as I picked it, I was like, I gave him that one. So it's all right. Hey, man, even the blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. So, hey, congratulations on your one-game lead. So,
one game.
one game pickup. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is.
Now, last week, we both picked the defenders, even though I was right there. They took my chips last week, so I didn't have nothing to bet on them. But, man, were you surprised by the way Madison Central beat Bryan Station?
Yeah, like I wouldn't really call it an upset, but I was just surprised at like you said, the way that they dominated. Let's be honest with you. It was just the domination of Madison Central. Man, I mean, what I was getting the rumblings around word on the street kind of got out coached. You know what I'm saying? And it seems to be that Madison Central made the adjustments from the first time that they played. And they carried over, made those adjustments for this time that they played in the district's playoffs, man, and came out victorious.
Well, it was a great season for the defenders.
Yeah.
A little upsetting in the way, disappointing.
Yeah, disappointing, man. Disappointing. But I feel bad for those kids over there, man. They had high hopes and aspirations, worked their butts off, man, to get in a position to get to the state, man. It just unfortunately fell up short, and that's why they play the game, Coach, on Friday night, baby.
Yes, sir. Well, we look for bigger and better things from the defenders in the upcoming seasons with Coach Hawkins. But we do want to say congratulations to all our district champs in our Big Things County. In 2A, we had LCA doing what they do.
The train, baby.
In 5A, we had Woodford County and Frederick Douglass.
Wolfo.
And in 6A, we had Paul Lawrence Dunbar and Madison Central.
All right.
So those are our district champions. Congratulations.
What about the Dunbar Bulldogs, man? They took some. I gave them a hard time in the beginning, man, and I was hard on them, man, and I had them at the third best team in the city.
Yeah,
I did.
You did.
And I dropped them, you know what I'm saying? Because they went through some things.
Dropped them hard, too.
I did. Dropped them like a bad habit. And then they came back strong, man. Hats off to that crew over there at Dunbar.
Yes, Coach Wes Johnson has been doing an amazing job there.
Yeah, hats off, man. He stayed the course, man, and, kept that locker room together. And that's a testament to the culture that he's building over there, man, and got those kids back in position in the playoffs again.
Well, like Jared said, they weren't bad losses.
Right.
They lost a good team.
Right.
So here we are. Let's get ready for round 3 of the playoffs. All right, this is the region round, Coach. This next round, they will go to the semifinals if they win this game. All right, up first in 2A, we got the LCA Train taking on Owensboro Catholic. We got a chance to catch up with Owensboro Catholic coach Jason Morris to talk about how he feels about taking on this juggernaut of a team of LCA. Coach, man, you kind of drew the short straw this year, Coach. LCA is probably one of the better teams in the state. How you feel about this matchup?
Oh, you said it perfectly. LCA is, there's no way of denying it. They are a very formidable, very good football team. They're good in all aspects of the game. We played a tough schedule going into the start of the season with a really young and inexperienced group of talented kids, and kind of learned the hard way that when you're not where you're supposed to be against good competition, big plays will kill you. And that's kind of what hurt us in the first 5 weeks. And our kids really came together and grew up a lot. And we're on a 7-game win streak now, playing the best football of the year, we hope, at the right time. And, we're just hoping that we're going to go in there and give LCA a battle.
Now, that is one thing I wanted to talk about. You guys started off, 5 straight losses, but you were playing 6A schools, very talented schools that are still playing now. even Owensboro. I mean, Coach, why would you schedule that like that, Coach?
Well, I don't really mean scheduling at Owensboro Catholic's not the easiest thing to do. It wasn't necessarily by choice, but Owensboro, Apollo, and Davis County are all in our city. So those are all games that, we've played traditionally for the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when they're as good as they are like this year, we're having to play up to 6A and 5A competition in our city anyway. And so that's just part of it. And then South Spencer, Indiana has traditionally been on our schedule, and their conference and stuff got changed around. And so we weren't able to schedule them, and finding anybody to play us was very tough this time. And so, choices between Louisville Christian Academy and Union County and, the Bowling Green schools and all that within close was about all we had to choose from. And so, we chose to play Louisville Christian Academy outside of our district as well. I mean, outside of our city as well. And then we also finished the season with E-Town outside of our district, which E-Town's a very good opponent too. But I do know that, and I did know that I have a very talented sophomore, freshman, and 8th grade class coming. And so I got back-to-back classes that I'm very excited about. And, we're talking about taking this thing to the next level. And in my opinion, if you can win the third round of the playoffs in 2A football, especially in Western Kentucky, that means most of the time you're playing an LCA or a Mayfield. If you can win that, then to me, taking it to the next level is winning the state championship. And so if you're going to play that kind of talent in the third round, you don't want it to be the first time. And so we feel like, Louisville Christian Academy and Owensboro and Davis County and even E-Town and even Apollo right here in the city are all very similar type opponents. And so that part of it, we feel like we're ready.
All right, Coach. Now, we don't get to see too much of you guys out west.
Right.
We just want to kind of give us a little bit about your team and maybe some guys to watch out for in this upcoming game, Coach.
Well, it's like I said, we are a very young team, but we also have some senior leadership. And so I'll talk about those guys first. Senior quarterback, second-year starter. He's been a battler, been a warrior for me for 2 years. He tore his labrum last year in week 3 and played through it until we finally couldn't play him any longer. And he finished the season playing defense only. He had surgery in the offseason, had a very good senior year. He's playing his best football of his career right now, and that's Lincoln Clancy. And then kid who I feel like is the best athlete in Western Kentucky, and that's Braden Mundy. He's been a 4-year starter for us. He's leading the state in receiving right now. A kid that I'm hoping all the coaches around the state will give him a little bit of love this year and vote him All-State. I definitely think he's not just an honorable mention kind of kid. I think he deserves first-team All-State. He's not a one-year wonder. He's done it for 4 years for me now in a row. He's a college prospect and, just a very good athlete. We use him everywhere. And then, senior offensive linemen up front are doing really good. Nick Clemens and Jay Crabtree, Luke Bivens and Jaden Fulgerson. Those 4 seniors up front in our offensive line have really been playing well. And we've been able to run the football through this 7-game win streak, which I think is very important to do, especially in cold November games. And so, yeah, I mean, that's kind of who we are. We're led by seniors, but then we have lots of sophomores and a couple freshmen who are getting to play as well. And then the few juniors that we do have, we don't have a lot in that class, but it's a talented class. Michael Highland at defensive backs had 3 interceptions last week, and big nose guard, and Tyler Simone, that 250-pound kid in the middle who's quick off the ball, but also very strong. And so it's just, freshman through senior, we got some pretty good players.
All right, Coach. So now the big question, man. What's it going to take for you guys to derail this train that is the LCA Eagles, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you got to believe you can do it. And so we feel like the E-Town game prepared us mentally, because coming off of those first 5 games and not winning any of those first 5 that are LCA type opponents, and then going into E-Town and beating them the way we did, and then rolling through our district the way we have. We're playing our best football at the right time. So the first thing you got to do is you got to believe. And so we're making that trip, not just to play a tough game. We're going down there to win. And next thing you got to do is ball security's got to be at its highest. You got to make LCA earn everything they get. They're a big play offense. They're a big play defense. And you got to limit their big plays as much as possible. And so just to try to make sure that they're having to earn everything, if you can get in there and first force a couple of turnovers, take good ball security and, make them beat you for 4 quarters, that gives yourself the best chance.
All right, Coach. Well, man, we appreciate you coming on Big Things Kentucky, introducing us kind of to that western side of the state. We don't get out there too often. We want to wish you the best of luck, Coach. Coach, I got your back, man. My co-host probably going to say something wonky and pick against you, but don't mind him. I got you, Coach.
Hey, listen, I get it. The entire state's picking against us. If we're taking the mindset that we know we aren't favored, but in our heads, we can't be underdogs. And so we're going to make the trip to Lexington to try to give LCA the best game we can possibly give them. And we're going down there expecting to win. And, we'll let the cards fall as they may.
All right, Coach. We appreciate it. And like I say, good luck Friday night, Coach.
I thank you. Appreciate it.
Now, man, Coach Morris, he knows what he's up against. Mm-hmm. And he knows what he's got to do. Do you think they have the tools to pull this one out, Coach?
Well, Coach Morris seems like a, nice young man. But hey, man, dead man walking.
Hey, Coach, I'm right there with you. LCA, I think we agree. LCA, you can pretty much pencil them in. Yeah. To Kroger Field. We'll see if they get that Beechwood.
Walking the mile. Hey, man, he's in a world of trouble coming out.
All right, Coach. Now for 5A, we've got Wolfo. Doing big things, 11-0, taking on 9-3 Covington Catholic. Covington Catholic, a predominant 5A state power. This is kind of like Wolfo's true test. They beat up on the teams they played so far. Some people would say schedule not as strong. Yeah. This is their first real opponent, Coach. Yeah. How you feel about Dennis Johnson and the Wolfo Yellow Jackets?
Covington Catholic, man, they always keep a good squad up there. They always give Lexington region schools trouble, man, when they play. Coach, you know me, I'm usually Wolfo down, but Lexington Catholic was able to get out with the dub against Covington Catholic, man. So it's they do got 3 losses, man. But hey, I've been riding with Wolfo this long. I'm going to ride with him a little bit longer, man. Wolfo Nation. Wolfo!
Like my man, Mad Jacket said, he got my picks. I'm Woodford County all the way. Coach Dennis Johnson, man, doing an amazing job. Preston Stacy, Bryce Patterson. That line, I don't know what y'all call yourselves. You need to let Coach Truck know. I know y'all got a name. The Pancake Boys or something. Hey, y'all doing big things, man. Shout out to that Wolfo line.
Flapjacks.
Now in 5A, Coach, we got Frederick Douglass, 10-1. Seem to have bounced back from that loss to Boyle County because they put it on Scott County, taking on Southwestern. Now we got a chance to talk to Coach Jason Foley about this game. This week, you get a familiar opponent in the playoffs in the 3rd round. It's the 3rd year in a row you'll be taking on the Frederick Douglass Broncos, Coach. Tell us about this game.
Well, you're right. It's unfortunate. We've had to meet up, I think, 3 years now in a row. We know they're a great opponent. Obviously, they've got a great program. I have a lot of respect for Coach McPeak and all the things that he's been doing with them, and just some great athletes, some great kids, and some playmakers that they have.
All right, Coach, just a little background. On us on Big Things Kentucky, we've had you guys on quite a few times. You guys seen the schedule a lot of our teams throughout the last couple of years. We didn't get to see you this year, though.
Yeah, we play a lot of teams up in that area, quite often. This year, the schedule changed up a little bit.
You just got here in 2019, coming from Taylor County. You followed, as you said, when you took on Taylor County, You followed the third leading coach in KHSAA history. And now here at Southwestern, you got the second leading coach in KHSAA, his winning history. So you follow these legendary coaches at these places. Coach, man, they just keep you on the Rolodex? What's up with that?
It is a unique thing, you know, like you said, Coach Hilton was before me at Taylor County, and then Coach Larry French was before me at Southwestern. And obviously those two are both state championship coaches. I think Coach Hilton's won 3 and maybe Coach French has won 2. And it's been interesting, you know, to follow 2 legends, to kind of see how they done things prior to me getting there. And but I do have a lot of respect for both of them. I actually just spoke to Coach Hilton on the phone a little while ago, so we've got a good relationship.
Okay. Now, is there anything you can learn coming in from that situation, or is it really just kind of you got to hit the water running? They say you never want to be the guy following the guy.
And that's true. You know, like I said, I had a lot of respect. Of course, I'm a student of the game, and you know, just watching the way any great coach does things. I think, you know, when you're a young coach, you try to pick up on things, and I've always had a lot of respect before I even followed those 2. You know, just watching what they do and how they coach. But I think when you go into a program, though, you have to create your own culture. You know, and everybody's got their own way. And just like, you know, when I got to Taylor County or when I got to Southwestern, you know, it's taken 2 or 3 years at both places to kind of get my culture going and things going. But the kids have really bought in and have done a great job.
Well, you've been very successful. Southwestern keeps rolling. I did pick against you against Madison Central. I apologize to you guys on that one.
I said Madison Central's got a great football team, you know, and that was we played a good game that night and got it done. But they're really rolling right now. I think they got a good shot to win the region right now. So they're playing very good football. Coach Holcomb does a great job.
Yes, sir. Now, kind of tell us about this year's Southwestern Warriors.
Well, you know, we of course, like you mentioned, we had been to the region championship game, won the district. Coming into this season 2 years in a row. And we had several returning players, especially on offense. 10 of our 11, I think, to start the year was coming back. Now, we did have to replace some defensive players. I think we had 6 returning starters out of 11. But you know, we've had a really good season. We had one hiccup there. We had some quarantine issues there and, you know, made it tough on us. But we've had a good year. You know, anytime you win, this is our 3rd consecutive district title. And that's, you know, with Pulaski County, North Laurel, South Laurel, and Whitley County, it's a good district. So, and Pulaski's got a lot of, you know, had a lot of success over the last decade. And for us to win 3 in a row, that's been a good accomplishment. Obviously, you know, you want to get to that next step. You want to try to get that region and get a shot to play for Kroger Field. But as far as our team goes, I mean, we're pretty balanced. Defensively, I feel like defensive line and secondary has played very well. Linebackers were young early, and we've gotten a lot better there. Offensively, you know, we had a lot of our backfield back, a lot of our offensive line back, and we did have a new quarterback. So that took a little while to kind of get the system going, but he's done a great job of acclimating to it.
Okay. Now, last year when you played Frederick Douglass, I mean, it was a good old-fashioned football game. It was in the mud. You guys slowed them down and took everything they had for them to sweep past you. What does your team need to do to get over the hump with this Douglass team this year?
Well, that's a really good question. You know, obviously, like I said before, they've got great athletes. You know, we have to figure out how to try to deal with their speed. You know, I think that's pretty much anybody they play. They're probably going to be the fastest team on the field. So you've always got to try to figure out how to deal with that. You know, I know they love living off the big plays. So you've got to try to limit maybe their big plays and hopefully maybe their possessions in a game. You don't want to have turnovers. Your special team play has to be really solid. And like I said, trying to find a way just to limit those big plays that they love to make.
Now, I know their last regular season game, Boyle County kind of came in and shocked everybody with the way they dismantled them, essentially. Is there anything you can take from that game plan? I know, everybody says just do what they did, but you got to have those horses, too.
That's right.
So
that's easier
thing
said than done sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Boyle County come in and Frederick made some mistakes, I think, in that game, and Boyle County capitalized on it. We've watched a little bit of it. I'm just kind of getting into film now and things, but Boyle County's a really good football team too. And I think if they played that game again, I'm sure it'd be a different story the second go around. So anytime you watch film on opponents, you try to pick up things that the other teams did successfully. So we'll try to, we'll look at some things that multiple teams have done and try to use some things that maybe worked against Frederick, because obviously they haven't given up many points on the year. I mean, they've got a really good defense. Not many teams have scored much on them, and then they put up a lot. So we know our work's cut out for us. We know it's a big challenge.
But going into this game Friday, who are some players we need to keep our eye on for you guys that can really make a play?
Well, you start on the defensive side of the ball. Our front defensive line, Cody Harmon, he's been very effective. He's a senior for us, plays defensive end. He does a great job. Number 40, Gideon Brainerd, he's plays a lot of linebacker for us. He's someone to keep an eye on. In the secondary, guys like Dylan Bland is a playmaker. Mason Hibbard, those two really make plays. Offensive side of the ball, number 60, Braden Myers, he's a very good offensive lineman for us. That had a great year. Our left guard, Matt Loy, has been solid all season long. We've got several backs that's made plays for us. Tanner Wright, Gideon Brainerd, Connor Crisp, Christian Walden. They've all been playmakers for us. Mason Hibbard's one of our better athletes. We can move him around the field. He's our safety and then plays wide receiver on offense. So those are all key kids, I think, that's been really good for us this year. And like I said, we've got a bunch of good kids. I mean, we've got a balanced football team. I think it's one of the better overall teams from top to bottom that maybe we've had here in a long time. And it's just a great group of kids, and I really enjoy coaching them.
All right, Coach. Well, we wish you the best of luck Friday night, and good luck, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me, and maybe we'll hook up before the game. See each other.
Yes, sir. All right, Coach. Appreciate you, Coach, man.
Year in a row that these teams have met, and the games have actually gotten closer.
Yeah.
So is this the game that Southwestern gets over the hump?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess one thing is for certain, we know that it won't be no issues with the turf out there, will it?
No.
Field will be pretty clean, won't
Yeah. Now, is that enough to push Douglas over the top?
Man, I mean, these teams battle each time they play each other, man. And, like I said, I always go back to that loss Douglas had to Boyle County, man, and that just don't sit right with me sometimes. Man.
Southwestern is kind of like a Boyle County type team. You got a similar type of foundation between these two teams.
I'm gonna give the slight out the home field advantage. I'm gonna give them to them. I'm gonna take Douglas in this one, man.
I'm gonna take Douglas too, man. I wanted to make up some ground and take Southwestern, but I just feel like Jared said, if Douglas can stop the turnovers, they should win this game. Now, if Southwestern can get some turnovers, it might be all over for Douglas. But, hey, Broncos, we win and we ride, baby. Now, 6A, the big dogs, Coach. We talked about Paul Lawrence Dunbar and the great season that they had turning around, getting to this regional championship, taking on the Madison Central Indians, who just destroyed Bryan Station, Coach. How you feeling about this one?
Man, I mean, after the proof is in the pudding, after that shellacking they put on,
keep
man,
talking, Coach.
I'm just
keep
going
doing
with
what you're doing. Go ahead, Coach. Just go ahead and do
what that man Search say right there, man. I'm going with Madison Central.
Roll Tribe, baby. Y'all got all my chips. You know, I done mortgaging the house. I'm putting the car title down on the line, baby. I'm putting it all on Madison Central. I love you, Coach Wes Johnson and Bulldogs. But you know what? Oh, let's go Tribe, baby.
Hey, I hope for y'all's sake, y'all win this game. Because next year he'll be in Gamblers Anonymous. Having the mob looking for him. Owes some money over.
Well, Coach, man, we got the region championships this week. Then we'll be getting ready for semifinals, man. And this is when it really picks up. Hopefully we have another great week of games. Anything else, Coach?
Nah, just excited for another week of this playoff football, man. Had one surprising outcome last week that kind of caught us off guard, I'd say. Yeah. We'll look to see if we got any more. A few potentials in there, Coach, that I could have went the other way with.
Yeah, I should have went the other way.
You know what I'm saying? But I just, we'll see, man. We'll see.
All right. Well, as always, we want to ask you to be a living donor. Cameraman's favorite cameraman.
Hey, man, till the general returns.